for you. This one's using one of those inflatable balls. Mine's a 55 centimeter one. I'm 5'4", that works about right for me. If you're much taller, then you might want one that's 65 millimeters. Have it fairly firm. And the ball is really great because it allows you to get feedback, and you're always challenged with your stability because of the balance factor. So I'm going to start with some roll downs, so C-curve roll downs here. Bring my arms forward, I take an inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to scoop into my navel and roll back to about my waistband. Pause on the inhale, and then exhale, really drawing that in, feeling like a spool of thread is coming back up. Right away, you're going to notice that you get a really rich connection between your glutes and your abs as they feed each other on opposite sides. Coming down, and just make sure that you're not over-relying on your hip flexors to do this. Use the abs. You can do 5 to 8 of each of these. I'll probably just do 5 to keep it short, but you can add more as you progress. Now, any arm movement that you do here is going to be about your core because you're holding yourself onto this ball. So I'm going to start with some arms up here, monkey arms. Inhale as I reach out, exhale as I return. And I'm feeling this, I can tell you. Everything on here is just really, really challenging. So that's why you don't have to spend a whole lot of time, and you can do a lot of great work. Right, and then I could do some oblique work, almost like I'm stringing a bow and arrow. You can see how challenging it is to not overdo it and really keep myself up here. So I'll do 3 more sets. Inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, exhale. This feels so good. It really helps you understand the really rich toning that you get into the Pilates repertoire. Okay, now if I go back a little further so that I can have just my upper body off, I'm going to work a little bit more into my rectus abdominis, my internal and external obliques, because I'm in higher place here. So a little chest lift, but as I come up, inhale, draw back, supporting my head, exhale, curling up. And here, again, I'm really trying to focus on precise movement, not trying to jerk my head up. I really want to feel lots of control here, which makes every movement hard. Now, as I come into a little bit more oblique, you all know when I do these, and I'm really focused on kind of bringing my coat hanger around, not letting my elbows flat, but instead to feel like my armpits are doing this little dance around the spine. You could stretch back. And this is one of those places too that if you're just learning how to do a back bend, here it is. Like you're so close to the floor, you use your leg strength to build your back length and letting your head be nicely supported. Great stuff that you can do on your side too. Try to come down a little bit more gracefully than I did here. I like to take my bottom foot forward, my back foot back to help me stabilize there. You want to have your shoulder aligned over your wrist and everything stacked really well here. So just bringing that arm up and around, getting a wonderful stretch between my obliques and my lats. And then I'm going to try to stabilize here. So my bottom leg is working like mad just to hold me up here. And I'm just going to bring up and down what now feels like a super heavy leg because I'm having to work so hard to hold that stability right here. And then I might circle, inhale, exhale around. Notice how much I am struggling to not wiggle and wobble my upper body on the ball. But that's a good thing because it's making me work hard. Do be 3 or 5 in each direction. I'll try 2 more. And back. Wow, really hard. So I might transition just to have the ball here, stretch my legs out. Of course, you could keep your knees bent if you had any pressure, and just stretch back. Open through your groin, bring it back, reach out. You could do a nice side stretch on either direction. Just so important to work your body in all the planes of movement. Okay, so I'm going to come here, set myself up, bottom foot forward, aligning myself. I'll just do a couple of those stretches with this side of the body, making sure that my shoulder's in line. I don't think it was, so I'm going to fix that. Always make sure you go in both directions. Then I'm going to center this bottom leg a little bit more so that when I bring this top leg up, it's really in line. My hip bones are stacked. That's where I'm going to find, in general, a lot of stability, but I'm really struggling on this today. One side is so different than another. That's why we got to work it, right? And I'm going to circle and trying to keep my abs drawing up and in, keep my shoulders soft. So many things are happening in this really short sequence. And reverse for 5. We'll feel like I'm pushing through taffy, something that has texture to work my leg a little bit more. And a flexed foot is going to always work that a little bit more. Extension, so great on this, right? So I also want to get the stability here so that I'm not going to fall face down. I'm going to just fold my arms, even there, got to adjust. Fold my arms, placing my forehead down. I'm going to try to press the tops of my thighs down to lengthen the low back, create neutral spine in this position. Inhale, draw my abs up and in, and then just work to get some of my back extensors to work. We are so rounded in our shoulders, most of us, because of computers and cell phones. So doing these exercises is just so therapeutic for your posture. I love to do a movement here where I'm just opening the chest, drawing it back, getting some beautiful back extension. And you could also do some tricep work here. Pressing back, lifting, trying to pull my abs in with every opportunity. You could do a little bit of spinal balance work. Arm and leg reach out oppositionally each time. You have to come back and find your balance. You can tell this is the side I need to work more. So I'm going to do 2 on this side because it is my weaker spot. Then I'll come back, look like an ace, come back to the place where I'm not. Work your weaknesses more to find your alignment. And then last, let's just do a little bit of rotation. I mean, you could totally do this standing, sitting. This is comfortable for me. I want to really try to keep the chin and sternum in line so that I'm not whipping around too much. Coming back to center. Holding this ball is heavy. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, coming back. If you are trying to challenge your stability, then flex your feet. And just notice if those feet shift, that's telling that your pelvis is not in line. Inhale, 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 exhale, coming back. We'll do 1 more. 1, 2, 3, going ever taller and back. 1, 2, 3, and release. Right? 5-10 minutes, you can do a lot on this. So there's never an excuse to not do your Pilates. We can always find some time. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.